warm welcome to everybody in the Community High School community to what I think will be the last Head Teachers update of this session ahead of the Easter break. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the return of our students this week, year group at a time, starting on Monday, and how well it's gone. It's very noticeable how much the students want to be back in school, and I think it's been great. They've been able to come back in, meet with their friends again, meet with their teachers, work with in school in a quiet atmosphere. I think that was one of our main objectives, was to make sure that when they came back in, the social distancing being in place, classes of 8 has meant it's just been a quiet atmosphere to start with. But they have really done well, and we look forward to seeing them again next week. The numbers have been very healthy. Now, because of that, that has meant that more staff will probably be needed in school next week just to make sure that we can completely cover this. And that does mean that our commitment to home learning is diminished, because obviously staff will be in classes working with pupils and so on. And so please don't be surprised if the home learning is not as strong next week as it has been in previous weeks. We thought this week we did pretty well, actually. We didn't think there was any great reduction in home learning, and hopefully you wouldn't have noticed a difference. But with the numbers and so on, there may be a slight difference next week. I could also mention that we are delighted at the uptake of what are called lateral flow tests, the COVID test kits which are in the school. You get 7 tests per kit, which is allowing you to test twice a week when you are coming into school. Now, this is available to everybody in first year to 6th year, and as I say, the uptake's been good. But just in case your youngster is hesitant about taking a kit, can I please reassure you that the test is honestly very easy. I think I've done 7 of them now. They take me minutes to do. I'm an absolute wuss about such things. I hate anything medical and so on, but it really is quite a simple test. First time you do it, it's a touch uncomfortable, but after that, you really do get quite good at doing it. What I would say is that sometimes when you see these tests being done on the news, they look unpleasant. The swab that's on the end of the stick is actually very, very small in these test kits, and I think that makes an enormous difference in terms of being able to carry out the test without too much discomfort. So please encourage your young person to pick up their test, and most importantly, to do the test at home. If we could also ask you to register the test, it keeps a record of infection rates of passing on the virus amongst the school population, and I think registering negative tests is just as important as positive ones. So please encourage your child to set up an account so they can register their weekly test result and so on, or their twice weekly test result as it is. Okay, so that's been really good to see, and as I say, I'm delighted. Now, the other aspect that I'd like to talk about as well is the SQA. Now, we did the SQA exam briefing this week with all the seniors who came in, so they should now be aware of what's happening next term. Not a bad idea just to talk them through it at home, just to ask them what's going on, how will they be tested, assessed and so on, and how will the evidence be gathered together by the school to ensure their grades are formulated at the end of next term. Now, it's a really important process, one that we are deeply committed to get it right for every child in the school. And it is a good idea just to check with your child that they're clear about what's going on at this point. Again, as always, if there's any doubt about what the procedures are and how this works, please get your child to contact their guidance teacher, or yourself, of course, and we'll smooth out any problems or any concerns that you have around the SQA procedures. You'll also have had a letter from Maria Lloyd, who's head of schools, both to yourself and to your child this week, just reinforcing the main points of the approach and so on. And what we've given is the detail of what Maria Lloyd has stated and outlined in her letter and so on. So we do feel that we're very much working hand in glove with the authority, and we should hopefully be able to report a very good outcome at the end of next term. It's a major, major part of our work, obviously. Now, as well as that, we also had the chance this week to catch up with a number of pupils about their course choices. And although there's many who still haven't completed a course choice for next year, it is less than it was, which is good. However, it did again reinforce to us the fact that not changing the timetable till August, which is now a Fife-wide decision, is the right decision. It's giving our youngsters a chance to work towards their exams, and it's giving our younger age groups a chance to just reinforce the work of this year. They've missed so much, it will do them no harm to do a few weeks more at the end in first year and second year work and so on, just to make sure they're really ready for that transition into the next year group up, and also to have as much information as possible to make those final course choices. Now, please remember that these course choices, they are not binding. They are to give us an idea of how to make the timetable up for next year, make sure it meets the needs of the kids, and changes are inevitable. We always get that. So please help your child to make choices and so on if they haven't already done so. If you feel the choices they've made are not the right ones, there will be opportunities for change. Please don't worry about that. But most importantly, it gives us a chance next term to make sure that timetable is being made up, ready for the return in August, and everything is going to work very, very smoothly. Now, I think that really pretty much is it from me for the term, apart from to say that I'm very aware of how difficult this whole situation has been from Christmas right through to Easter. And we have had tremendous support from the whole community to get through this experience. We're very conscious of the fact that you as parents have worked with your children tirelessly to get them to engage with home learning, which is not easy, and we know that. We are very aware of the fact that the teachers in the school have worked their socks off to deliver that home learning, to keep things going, to be as flexible as possible. And right at the end, when we've had this last hurdle to clear of people returning to school and so on, you've been great in encouraging your kids to come in. I can't praise the efforts of the staff enough for coming in to cover this, the home learning and the SQA assessment that's been going on at the same time, or the SQA preparation for assessment that's been going on at the same time. All of these aspects together have been a tremendous commitment from the staff and the pupils and yourselves and the community and so on. I just want to say how much it's really, really been appreciated. Now, on April the 12th, when the children come back to school, that is what we're hoping will be a much more normal experience. They will still be doing the hand washing, the one-way system, the staggered lunches, the staggered breaks, because COVID is still around. There's still outbreaks and cases within the community, and we have to be very, very cautious. But there will be full classes. Everybody will be back, and it will be a normal timetable. And just these steps back to normality are so, so important. Hopefully as well, with the better weather, we can keep the school well ventilated as ever without it being so freezing. It really was cold before Christmas. And I would really encourage your child, or to speak to your child about going outside at breaks and lunchtime. Take advantage of the fact that this is a summer term, and anything that helps drive that COVID number down and the risk of infection down is good. And that's what we've got to do at this stage. So really looking forward to the return next term, the 12th of April being so much more normal, and also seeing things getting more and more normal as that term goes on. Fingers crossed, that's where we're going. So thanks for everything you've done for the school for this term, and have a really good spring break, and we'll see you all back here on April the 12th, Monday, April the 12th, after that break. So thanks for listening, take care, look after yourselves, and be safe. Bye just now.